Hello everyone, my name is Chip. As many of you know, I live in Australia, and Australia is an island nation surrounded by salt water, covered in a light sprinkling of rainforests, and whose named deserts cover a landmass almost 4.5 times the size of Poland, or almost twice the size of Texas, and that's just the bits we bothered to name. And as if that wasn't enough, the country is filled with venomous snakes, spiders, octopuses, jellyfish, wild dogs, dingoes, a fish that looks like a rock, this rock that looks like a fish, and drunk people at train stations that got so good at killing each other with a single punch we had to invent new laws to make that extra illegal. We have a healthy dose of apex predators and an unhealthy dose of child predators. Yes, it really does feel like everything, including the land itself, wants to kill you, but there is one creature with an unmatched killer instinct, whose indiscriminate hatred of everyone and everything strikes fear into all those who must pass through its territory. Yes, it's the big swoopy boy, the Magpie. Their primary victims are unsuspecting cyclists. Yes, even at top speed, a human cyclist is no match for a direct dive attack, so it has become mandatory to wear a helmet in my state. Vic Roads claims it is for road safety, but we initiated know that the helmet is all that stands between you and the full force of a diving attack from these black and white bullies. However, the helmet is not 100% effective, as occasionally the Magpie will just land on your shoulder and try to relieve you of your eyes and earlobes. And that's the inspiration for today's deck. A white-blue deck filled with birds, ways to get more birds, ways to make our birds bigger. Unfortunately, I didn't find any bird-based removal, so we're relying purely on speed and evasion to take down our opponents. A full deck list will be in the description. End of speech. Go first, and we're going to keep this hand. Going to play a Cavern of Souls, naming bird, run out our judge's familiar, pass the turn there. Our opponent leads on a swamp, passes to us. Alright, well, we'll go to combat, swing in for 1. Opponent casts a fatal push targeting the judge's familiar. Fair enough. Well, we'll just play a Flooded Strand, pass the turn there. Opponent's stuck on the 1-lander, passes back to us. Well, we're going to get a Hallowed Fountain tapped, go to our turn, play a Cavern of Souls, naming bird, and we're just going to pass the turn there. Opponent does nothing and passes. We run out our Aven Mind Sensor. Opponent discarding down. Discards a Lodestone Golem. I see, so a black sort of taxes deck, I guess. Well, before anything else, I'm going to cast Winged Words. We draw 2 cards. Then I'm going to play a Hallowed Fountain. I'm going to pay 2 life. And I'm going to run out a Squadron Hawk. Opponent casts Fatal Push on the Squadron Hawk. That's fine. We still get the ability. Get 3 more Squadron Hawks in hand. And swing in with the Aven Mind Sensor. Opponent takes 2 down to 18. Pass the turn there. Opponent hits their second land. Plays a Swamp. Plays a Heartless Summoning. It all makes sense now. Scrap Heap Scrounger comes out. Pass to us. Alright, well. Hallowed Fountain. Yes, we will pay 2 life. Gonna run out our Eagle, run out our Unsettled Mariner, go to combat, swing in for 3. Opponent takes it down to 15. Pass the turn. Opponent cast a Crystalline Giant. Cast 2 Crystalline Giants. Gives both of them reach. It's fair. Passes to us. Well, we're going to cast Honor the Pure, and then we're going to cast Honor the Pure. Go to combat. Swing in for a bunch. No blocks from our opponent. Down to 2. Passes the turn. Opponent plays a Stone Coil Serpent. X equals 4. Puts lifelink on the Giants. Swings in for 4. We're going to take it. Passes to us. Cast a Winged Words. Play a Plains. Run out of Favorable Wings. Run out of Squadron Hawk. An opponent scoops it up. Okay. Sideboard. Stony Silence can come in. Cloud Chaser can come in. That might be it. Our opponent's basic black, so we don't need the Aven Mind Sensors. Cut the Mimeomancers, and we'll just bring in a singleton Nimble Obstructionist. Run it like that. Opponent gets to go first. We're going to keep this one. Opponent leads on a Deadlands. Passes the turn. Well, we're going to play a Cavern of Souls, naming bird. Run out of Judge's Familiar. Opponent casts Fatal Push in response. Pass the turn. Oh, they've got the Heartless Summoning. Scrap Heap Scrounger. Passes to us. Play a Seachrome Coast. Run out Watcher of the Spheres. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Wastes. Runs out a Lodestone Golem. Okay. Swings in for 2. We're just going to take it. Down to 18. They pass to us. Well, we're going to play a Flooded Strand. Crack it. Get a Plains. Run out our Cloud Chaser Kestrel. Target that Heartless Summoning. Watcher gets +1/+1. Go to combat, swing in the air for 3. Opponent takes it down to 15. Opponent plays a Field of Ruin. Swings in for 8. Take it down to 9. Casts a Stone Coil Serpent and passes the turn to us. Play out a Flooded Strand. Crack the Flooded Strand. Get a Plains. Run out a Squadron Hawk. Pump our Watcher of the Skies. Get 3 Squadron Hawks to hand. Play another Squadron Hawk. pump our Watcher of the Skies. Unfortunately, the Serpent has reach, so we're just going to pass it there. Opponent goes to combat. Swings in for a very large amount. Go to blocks. We'll just pop a Squadron Hawk in front of the Lodestone. Go down to 1. Pass the turn there. We did hit an Unsettled Mariner, which isn't bad. We're going to run out the Eagle. Pump our board. If we attack, we die to removal. Alright, no attacks then. Pass it there. Opponent plays a Swamp. Swings in with everything. Okay. Go to blocks. Block like this. Hope it's enough. Oh, the Serpent has Trample. Ah, I missed it. Look at that, it's got Trample. What happens when you make creatures with too many keywords. All right, sideboarding. Do we have anything that helps? Not really. Run it back. Yes, I'd like to play first. Okay, we can keep this one. Start on a Seachrome Coast, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Swamp, passes to us. Well, we're going to play out a Seachrome Coast, run out our Unsettled Mariner, pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Cryptic Caves, runs out the Heartless Summoning. They have hit that every game. Passes to us. Okay. Well, we're going to run out Hallowed Fountain. We will pay 2 life. Going to run out our Healer's Hawk, run out our Unsettled Mariner, go to combat, swing in for 2. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Bonder's Enclave. Runs out the Lodestone, yep. Passes the turn there. Yeah, we'll just go to combat, swing in with the team. Opponent takes it down to 13. Run out our another Unsettled Mariner. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a land. Swings in for 4. We'll take it. Down to 15. Casts a Superion. Passes to us. Gonna run out the Watcher of the Spheres, go to combat, and I'll just swing in for 1 in the air. Pass it there. Opponent plays a land. Casts a Ritual of Soot, and that be the game. I do believe. Guess we'll find out. They've only got the Golem. They swing in for 4, take it down to 12, they pass to us. Well, we hit a Cavern of Souls. Name Bird. Just pass the turn there. They play a Swamp. They cast a Crystalline Giant. Yeah, that's too much for us, I think. Yeah, they give it flying. Go to combat. They swing in for 2. Well, we'll flash in the Nimble Obstructionist. Block the Golem. Trade it off. Opponent casts a Scrap Heap Scrounger for free. And an Awakened Amalgam. Awakened Amalgam. And they play the very big Awakened Amalgam. Okay. Pass to us. Well, we hit another land and that's the game. Well, we can't keep this one, so we're going to mulligan. We can keep this one, so we're going to keep. I'm going to put a Healer's Hawk to the bottom. Opponent leads on a Misty Rainforest and passes the turn. Well, we're going to play a Cavern of Souls. We're going to name Bird. Run out a Healer's Hawk. Pass the turn there. Opponent cracks a Misty Rainforest. Gets a Ketria Triome. Plays a Forest. Has the Renin 6. We will concede to the Renin 6. Every creature in our hand is an X1. Well, we know they've got Renin 6, so Rest in Peace can come in over the Winged Words, and we'll bring in a Nimble Obstructionist over the last Winged Words. Run it back like that. Would you like to play first? Yes, we would. 1 lander. Gonna mulligan. Gonna keep this one. Put Cavern of Souls to the bottom. Lead on Cavern of Souls. Naming Bird. Run out of Judge's Familiar. Pass the turn there. Opponent leads on the Triome. Passes to us. Well, we're gonna play a Hallowed Fountain. We will pay 2 life. Gonna run out Honor of the Pure. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent takes 2 down to 18. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an island. Passes to us. Gonna run out a Squadron Hawk. Search up a bunch of Squadron Hawks. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent takes it down to 16. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Steam Vents tapped. Bolts our Judge's Familiar. Well, alright, we'll sacrifice it. Opponent passes to us. They could have a Spell Snare, but we're gonna risk it. Run out Rest in Peace. Alright, it resolves. Exile all graveyards. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent takes it down to 14. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Misty Rainforest. Passes the turn to us. Draw a Seachrome Coast. We're going to play it out. Going to go to combat. Swing in for 2. Going to pass the turn. Opponent plays a Scalding Tarn. In their end step, we're just going to run out our Nimble Obstructionist. Hit another Honor of the Pure. Go to combat. Swing in for 5. Yep, opponent takes it down to 7. Just pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Snow-Covered Island. Passes the turn. Unsettled Mariner, hey? Well, that's something worth running out. We cast Unsettled Mariner. Yep, that draws out the Cryptic command. They bounce our Rest in Peace. Okay, tap our creatures. Unsettled Mariner comes down. Pass the turn there. Yep, crack their fetch land. Get a Stomping Ground tapped. Crack their Scalding Tarn. Get an island. Go to their turn. They cast an Uro. Go up to 8. They get a Breeding Pool. Tap. They cast a Lightning Bolt, targeting our Unsettled Mariner. And they scoop it up. Alright, just run it back. This one's too slow. That's a mulligan. Yeah, I guess we'll keep this one. Put the second Rally of Wings to the bottom. Opponent leads on the Triome. Passes to us. Well, we're going to lead on a Cavern of Souls. Naming Bird. Run out our Judge's Familiar. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Mystic Sanctuary tapped. Passes to us. We hit a Squadron Hawk. I mean, out of all the ones to hit, that's definitely the one you want to hit. We run out Squadron Hawk. Grab all 3 copies. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Opponent takes it down to 19. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Snow-Covered Island. Passes the turn. We draw a favorable winds. Well, we're going to run out an island, go to combat, swing in for 2. No blocks from our opponent. Just pass it there. All right, they cast an Archmage's Charm, drawing 2 cards. They play an island. They cast an Uro. Yep, get a Stomping Ground tapped. They pass to us. Well, we're going to cast our Nimble Obstructionist, go to our turn, play a Plains, run out of Squadron Hawk, don't search up anymore, run out of favorable winds, go to combat, attack for 8. Opponent takes it down to 12. Pass the turn there. Opponent opts in our end step. Opponent plays a Scalding Tarn, casts another Uro. Yep, goes all the way up to 15, puts a land into play, passes to us. We're going to play our Hallowed Fountain tapped, run out our Unsettled Mariner, it resolves, go to combat, swing in for 10. No blocks from our opponent. Do we try to end it now? Yeah, sure, why not? Cast Rally of Wings. Oh, opponent has the remand. Okay. Opponent goes down to 5. Cracks the Misty Rainforest. Down to 4. Gets a Breeding Pool. Tapped. Cracks Scalding Tarn. Down to 3. Gets a Steam Vents tapped. And will pass the turn to them. They play a Field of Ruin. Cast a Factor Fiction. Backdoor Fiction. Opponent scoops it up. They realize Cryptic Command is their out. We've got Judge's Familiar and Rally of Wings, both tech against Cryptic Command in this situation. Taking down Uro. Very nice. Very nice. Before we go to the next game, I just want to let you know that I release a video every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if you enjoy this video, be sure to check some of the others out. And if you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, because that lets me know that this is more of the content you'd like to see. Back to the games. We win the die roll, so we're going to go first. Yeah, we're going to keep this one. We're going to play our Plains, run out our Judge's Familiar, pass the turn. Opponent plays the Flagstones and casts a Soul Warden. Well, we might be in a bit of trouble. We'll find out. They pass to us. Well, we hit our Rally of Wings, so we're going to play out our Flooded Strand, crack it, just get our island, cast Winged Words. All right, we hit another Winged Words and an Unsettled Mariner. Go to combat, swing in for 1. Opponent takes it down to 19, pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Snow-Covered Plains, runs out an Ajani's Pridemate. Well, that's a problem. They swing in for 1. They pass to us. Right, so just going to run out a Watcher of the Spheres, let our opponent gain a bunch of life, go to combat, swing in for 1. Opponent takes it down to 20, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Snow-Covered Plains, runs out a Soul's Attendant, gains some life, pumps up their Pridemates, now a 5/5. Plays another Soul's Attendant, gains a bunch more life. They're all the way up to 23 and they've got a 7/7 that we can't remove. And they swing in for 8. Nope, just 7. Okay, well, we'll take 7, down to 11. Pass the turn there. Run out our Empyrean Eagle. Opponent gains 3 life. Now has a 10/10 Pridemate. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Opponent takes it down to 22. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Snow-Covered Plains. Casts a Ranger of Eos. Pumps the Pridemate up to a 13/13. Tutors up. They've tutored for 2 Sarah's Ascendants. Great. Swings in for 13. Yep, we're dead. Go to sideboard. Run it back as is. Would you like to play it first? Yes, I would. This hand's already a mulligan, and it is a 1-lander, so we'll mulligan. This hand is also a 1-lander. And we'll keep. Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll put an Eagle to the bottom. Play our Flooded Strand. Crack our Flooded Strand. Get a Plains. Run out a Healer's Hawk. We should have got a Hallowed Fountain. Now that I think about that for half a second, pass the turn there. Opponent leads on a Snow-Covered Plains, runs out the Soul Warden, passes to us. All right, we hit a Hallowed Fountain. We're okay. We're not going to pay 2 life. We're just going to run out our Healer's Hawk. Opponent gains 1 life, and we swing in with our bird. Both of us are on 20. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Snow-Covered Plains, runs out a Soul's Attendant, runs out another Soul's Attendant. No attacks. Passes the turn. We hit a Favorable Winds. Well, we'll run that out. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Opponent's down to 19. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Ghost Quarter. Runs out another Soul Warden, all the way up to 22. Has the Ajani's Pridemate. That's a big boy. Yep, that's a 6/6 Ajani's Pridemate. Opponent swings in for 3. We're going to take it. They pass to us. Hit another Honor of the Pure. Well, we'll run out an Honor of the Pure. Pump our boys. Swoop in for 6. Opponent is down to 20. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Ghost Quarter. Opponent swings in for 10. Take it down to 17. They pass to us. We hit a Cavern of Souls. We're going to play it. We're going to name Bird. Run out our Eagle. Opponent's going to gain a bunch of life. Pump their dude. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Swing in for 8. Opponent takes it down to 16. Pass the turn. Opponent casts a Sarah Ascendant. Swings in with a 14/14 Ajani's Pridemate. We're going to take it down to 11. They pass to us. Hit an Aven Mind Sensor. Well, we're just going to run out Honor of the Pure. We're going to go to combat. And we're going to swing in for 15. Take ourselves up to 21. Pass the turn there. Opponent swings in with the team. Take it down to 2. And opponent scoops it up. We are too aggressive. Just run it back. Going to keep this one. Opponent plays a Flagstones. Passes the turn. Going to
lead on a hallowed fountain, paying the life, run out of Judge's Familiar, pass the turn. Opponent plays a snow-covered plains, casts the Martyr of Sands, cracks the Martyr of Sands, revealing 5 cards, all the way up to 35. Okay, well now we're in trouble. I'd say it's an uphill battle, but we have flying and it shouldn't matter. It's gonna matter. Well, we're gonna run out our Watcher of the Spheres, go to combat, swing in for 1. Opponent takes it down to 34. Pass the turn there. Opponent does hit the land. They cast a Sarah Ascendant. I don't think we're getting around that in a hurry. They cast an On Thin Ice. Yep, I think we're dead. Yeah. Yeah, we are dead. There's no way we can build a board large enough to get around that. All right, good game, opponent. Thank you very much. We win the die roll. A 1-lander. I don't think we can keep this one. Yeah, this hand's better. Gonna put Hallowed Fountain to the bottom. Lead on a Flooded Strand. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Snow-Covered Island. In their end step, we're gonna crack the Flooded Strand. Gonna get a Hallowed Fountain tapped. Draw another Cavern of Souls. Okay. Well, we're gonna name Bird. And then, yeah, we'll just start running out a Squadron Hawk. Shooter up all 3 Squadron Hawks. Squadron. Shooter up all 3 Squadron Hawks. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Mutavault. Passes to us. Well, we're going to run out a Cavern of Souls. We're going to name Bird. Run out Watcher of the Spheres. Run out another Squadron Hawk. And opponent scoops it up. Can't beat the Flappy Boys. All right, so I think our opponent is Merfolk, so maybe Nimble Obstructionist and Cloud Chaser maybe. Yeah, we'll bring those in. Don't need the Aven Mind Sensors in this one. Go down the Avian Mimeomancer as well. Run it back like that. All right, opponent gets to decide if they go first. Yeah, we'll keep this one. Opponent plays a Creeping Tar Pit and passes. Okay, so it's not Merfolk, or it's, yeah, I've got no idea what we're playing now. Well, we're going to play a Flooded Strand, pass it there. No, hang on. No. No, too late. Yielded through. We had a 1-mana creature that we could have played. All right, they play another Creeping Tar Pit. Well, we'll crack the Flooded Strand. Get the Hallowed Fountain. We won't pay 2 life. Go to our turn. Run out a Cavern of Souls. Naming Bird. And I think we'll just start on favorable wins right now. All right. Favorable wins resolves. We pass the turn. Opponent opts in our end step. Opponent plays a Flooded Strand. Passes the turn there. Well, we're going to play a Cavern of Souls. We're going to name Bird. Going to run out our Judge's Familiar. Opponent casts a Spell Stutter Sprite, but our bird can't be counted, so they're fairies. And then we'll run out Watcher of the Spheres. We'll just pass the turn there. In our end step, our opponent cracks the Flooded Strand, gets themselves a Watery Grave, untapped, and casts Fatal Push on our Watcher of the Spheres. Goes to their turn. Opponent swings in. All right, well, we'll block. Bye-bye Spell Stutter. Yep, opponent plays a Plague Engineer. Hi, Chip from the future here. So a little peer behind the curtain. I forgot the Plague Engineer existed. And I forgot what Plague Engineer did to tribal decks. And I thought, hey, we've got flyers. We don't need removal. We can't deal with the Plague Engineer. So, rip. Name's Bird. Our Judge's Familiar goes away. I'm going to get an Empyrean Eagle, which, yeah, we're going to run out. Pass the turn there. Ooh, opponent has another Plague Engineer. Naming Bird again. Okay. Yep, they swing in for 2. We're going to take it. Down to 17. They pass to us. We draw a land. While they're tapped out, I'm going to cast Winged Words. We do hit a Squadron Hawk off that. That's very good. Well, we'll run out the Squadron Hawk. Go fetch up 3 more. Swing in the air for 1. Pass the turn there. Oh! Opponent casts Petty Theft on our favorable wings. Yep, that's fair. We were having too much fun. We take all the damage down to 13. Okay, well, we're going to play a Cavern of Souls, naming Bird. Then we will run out our Eagle. And then we will run out our favorable winds. We'll go to combat. We will swing in for 2. Opponent takes it down to 14. Pass the turn. Awkwardly enough, we can't cast our Cloud Chasers with favorable winds on the field. All right, opponent plays a Mystic Sanctuary. No attacks from our opponent. Interesting. Well, we draw a Flooded Strand, so we'll play it. Go to combat. So our opponent can cast the Brazen Borrower and block our stuff. So we're just going to crack our Flooded Strand, get ourselves a Plains, run out a Squadron Hawk, run out a Squadron Hawk, and run out a Squadron Hawk. And we'll just pass to our opponent. Opponent casts another Petty Theft on our favorable winds. Ooh, they drown in the lock our Eagle, which is going to wipe our board. Yep, all we have left is 1 Eagle. They play a Mystic Sanctuary tapped. They swing in for 4. No blocks from us. Down to 8. Pass it there. Play out a Seachrome Coast. Run out a Cloud Chaser. And run out a Cloud Chaser. Pass the turn there. Opponent has 1 card in hand and 2 Brazen Borrowers on an adventure. Inquisition of Kozilek, sure. Takes our favorable winds. Blood Chief's Thirst. Yep, we're done. So now that we know that we're against a fairy style deck, I'm not sure anything can change. Run it back like that. Yes, I'd like to go first. Yes, I'm going to keep this hand. I'm going to run out a Cavern of Souls, naming Bird, run out our Judge's Familiar, pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Creeping Tar Pit, tapped.
tapped. Passes to us. We hit a favorable winds. Okay. Well, we'll play a Hallowed Fountain. Yes, I'll pay 2 life. And we'll just run out the favorable winds now while they're tapped out. And then we'll go to combat and we'll swing in for 2. Opponent takes it down to 18. We pass the turn. Opponent plays a Snow-Covered Swamp. Passes the turn. Oh, we hit another Squadron Hawk. A little bit punished. Run out the Unsettled Mariner. Resolves. We'll go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent takes it down to 16. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Mutavault. Passes the turn to us. Oh, punished again. It's going to be the worst Squadron Hawk ever. Run out Squadron Hawk. Search up a Squadron Hawk. Go to combat. Swing in the air for 2. Opponent casts a Fatal Push, targeting our Unsettled Mariner. All right. Unsettled Mariner ability happens. They pay the extra 1. Think we sacrifice the Judge's Familiar here, targeting the Fatal Push. Yep, they pay the extra 1 for that as well. Judge's Familiar down, Unsettled Mariner down. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Field of Ruin. Cracks it, targeting our Cavern of Souls. Okay. Well, we'll get an island. Opponent also gets a Snow-Covered Island. And they pass to us. Well, we hit another Judge's Familiar. So we'll run out Judge's Familiar. Yep, opponent counters with Drown in the Lock. Gonna cast Winged Words. Hit a Cavern of Souls. Play out a cavern. Name bird. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent takes it down to 14. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Mystic Sanctuary tapped. Runs out a Plague Engineer. Naming bird. Passes to us. We run out Watcher of the Spheres. Run out Squadron Hawk. Run out Squadron Hawk. Go to combat. Swing in the air for 1. Opponent takes it down to 13. Pass the turn there. Opponent opts in our end step. Opponent plays a Flooded Strand. Swings in for 2. We're going to take it. Down to 16. They pass the turn to us. They activate Mutavault. Miss Bind Clique. Okay. Yep. So they champion their Mutavault. Tap all our lands. Well, we draw a land anyway. We'll run out a Healer's Hawk. Pass the turn there. In our end step, the opponent cracks the Flooded Strand. Gets a Watery Grave. Untapped. Goes to their turn. Opponent plays another Mutavault. Activates Creeping Tar Pit. Swings in for 3. We're going to take 3. Down to 13. Opponent passes to us. We hit another Cavern of Souls. We are flooding out now. Well, we'll run out the Squadron Hawk. That's counterable now because we've tapped our mana wrong. All right, resolves anyway. Go to combat. No attacks from us. We're just going to pass it there. Opponent plays an island. Goes to combat. Swings in for 6. Well, we'll take 6. Down to 7. Yep, has the Petty Theft for our favorable wins and we scoop up the game. What animal are you most scared of? Leave a comment down below. And consider subscribing. Means you'll know when the next video comes out, costs you nothing and helps validate my existence. Back to the games.
We lose the die roll. Keep this one. Opponent plays a Flooded Strand and passes to us. Well, we're going to lead on a Cavern of Souls, naming bird. Run out our Healer's Hawk. Pass the turn there. Opponent cracks the Flooded Strand. Plays a Steam Vents tapped. Flagstones. Okay, so Jeskai. They pass to us. We hit a favorable winds. I'm going to try to run that out now. Opponent remands it. Well, we'll go to combat. Swing in for 1. We gain 1 up to 21. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Snow-Covered Island. Casts a Teferi Time Raveler. Bounces our Healer's Hawk back to our hand. Passes to us. Play a Plains. Run out the Healer's Hawk again. Run out favorable winds. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays another Flagstones. Searches up a Rawgrin Triome. Ticks up their Teferi. Bolts our Hawk. Passes to us. Well, we're going to play a Hallowed Fountain tapped. Run out our Eagle. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Hallowed Fountain untapped. Runs out a big Teferi. Tucks our Eagle. Ticks up their Teferi. Passes to us. We draw an Unsettled Mariner. Well, we'll play an island. Run out Winged Words. Run out our Unsettled Mariner. Pass the turn there. Opponent casts a Lightning Helix. Targeting our Unsettled Mariner. Pays the 1. Mariner down. They tick up their big Teferi. They tick up their little Teferi. And they play a Prairie Stream. They pass to us, untapping a bunch of lands. Well, we get a Hallowed Fountain, so that's something. Attempt to cast our Healer's Hawk. It resolves. Cast our Eagle. It also resolves. Play a Hallowed Fountain. Pay 2 life. Cast Winged Words. Opponent casts a Snapcaster Mage. Targets the Remand. Remands our Winged Words. Passes the turn there. Yep, they bounce our Eagle back to our hand. Play a Flooded Strand. Cast a Snapcaster Mage. Target the Lightning Helix. Lightning Helix kills our Hawk, and we're just officially getting controlled out of the game now, so we concede. Go to sideboard. Bring in our Obstructionists. Bring in our Swan Songs. Go down our Winged Words. Go down the Aven Mimeomancer. And run it back. Yes, I'd like to play first. Yes, I'm going to keep this hand. Cavern of Souls. Naming bird. Run out a Healer's Hawk. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Rawgrim Triome tapped. Passes to us. We untap. Get a Hallowed Fountain as well. Well, we're going to play Cavern of Souls. Going to name bird. Going to run out Healer's Hawk. Going to run out Judge's Familiar. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Opponent takes it down to 19. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Prairie Stream. Tapped. Passes to us. We hit another Healer's Hawk. Well, we'll play a Hallowed Fountain. Yes, I'd like to pay 2 life. We'll run out our Watcher of the Spheres, and then we'll run out of Healer's Hawk. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Opponent takes it down to 16, pass the turn. Opponent plays a snow-covered island. Lightning helixes the Watcher of the Spheres, gains 3 life. Passes to us. We hit another Judge's Familiar. We're going to run out Judge's Familiar. Going to go to combat, swing in for 4, and if our board survives to next turn, we're going to attack in for everything. Opponent plays a Mystic Sanctuary, targeting Lightning Helix. Casts a Lightning Helix, targeting our Healer's Hawk. Okay, passes to us. Well, we hit a Flooded Strand, we'll play it. Go to combat, swing in for 4. Cast Rally of Wings. Hit our opponent down to 6. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Scolding Tarn. Lightning helixes our Healer's Hawk, all the way back up to 9. Passes to us. We hit a Seachrome Coast. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Opponent takes it down to 6. Pass the turn. In our end step, our opponent cracks the Scolding Tarn down to 5. It's a Mystic Sanctuary. It's a Lightning Helix back on top. I'm noticing a pattern. Opponent casts Lightning Helix, targeting our Healer's Hawk. Healer's Hawk down. In their end step, we're going to crack our Flooded Strand, get a Hallowed Fountain, tapped. We hit our Eagle, run out our Eagle Lord, and we swoop in for 4. Opponent casts a Nimble Obstructionist. Yep, trades with the Judge's Familiar. Takes it down to 6. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Mountain. Casts Snapcaster Mage. Targets the Lightning Helix. Lightning Helix is our Eagle, all the way up to 9. Passes to us. We hit an Honor the Pure. Well, we'll attempt to cast it. It resolves. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent takes it down to 7. Pass the turn. Opponent does nothing and passes. We hit a land. Opponent Cryptic Commands, returning Honor the Pure to our hand. Well, we'll swing in for 1. Opponent takes it down to 7. Attempt to run out our Honor the Pure. It resolves. Pass it there. Opponent plays a Flooded Strand. Runs out a Snapcaster Mage. Targets the Lightning Helix. Lightning Helix, our Judge's Familiar. We're going to sacrifice just so they don't gain life. Opponent swings in for 2. Down to 28. We hit a Watcher of the Spheres. Well, we'll run that out. Pass the turn there. Opponent cracks a Flooded Strand, down to 5. Gets the Steam Vents tapped. Plays the Flagstones. Casts a Cleansing Wildfire on the Flagstones. Down to 1 card in hand. They will draw off the Cleansing Wildfire though. So 2 cards in hand. And they get a Hallowed Fountain. No attacks from our opponent and they pass to us. Hit another Watcher. Go to combat. Swing in the sky for 3. Opponent takes it down to 2. We will run out another Watcher. Pass it there. Hey! We got there. That's nice. All right. Well, rest in pieces are coming in because they are doing a lot with their graveyard. Also running a lot of removal. Gonna cut 1 Obstructionist, 1 Watcher, and 1 Swan Song. Run it back like that. Yeah, we'll keep this one. Opponent plays a Flagstones. Passes to us. Well, play a Seachrome Coast. Run out of Judge's Familiar. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays another Flagstones. Not tapping the first one for mana. Searches up a Rawgrim Triome. Passes to us. Get a Rest in Peace. Well, we'll play Seachrome Coast and we will run out Rest in Peace now. Resolves. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Opponent takes it. Down to 19. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. Passes to us. Well, we'll run out of Seachrome Coast and we will attempt to cast a Squadron Hawk. Opponent casts Remand. We will counter the Remand. Squadron Hawk resolves. Search our library for all our copies of Squadron Hawk. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Scolding Tarn. Passes the turn. Attempt to run out our Watcher of the Spheres. Opponent cracks the Scolding Tarn. Gets an island. Cryptic Command. Hard counter. Returns our Rest in Peace to hand. We'll play a Seachrome Coast, which unfortunately comes into play tapped. Swing in for 1. Opponent takes it down to 17. Pass the turn there. Yep. Opponent plays a Mystic Sanctuary, putting Cryptic Command on top of their library. Passes to us. Well, run out Rest in Peace. Resolves. Play our Honor the Pure. Alright, opponent remands it. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Opponent takes it down to 16. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Flagstone, sacking the other one. Does nothing and passes. Well, we'll attempt to run out Honor of the Pure again. It resolves. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent takes it down to 14. Run out a Healer's Hawk. Pass the turn there. And opponent scoops it up. Hey. We beat Jeskai Control. So what did we think of our first little foray with the swoopy boys? Wasn't great. Wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I thought, we've got flying. We don't need removal. We desperately needed removal. Actually, against some of the more, I suppose, competitive style decks, we actually coped quite well without removal. But against some of your more janky style decks or less frequently seen style decks, we just couldn't keep up. I mean, Soul Sisters without any way to keep it in check is just painful. What did I like? I love the Squadron Hawks. That's the main reason I went with the Swoopy Boys. Judge's Familiar doing great, little tax piece there. In fact, all the tax pieces, Judge's Familiar, Aven Mind Sensor, Unsettled Mariner, they all were good. I don't think we ever got anyone with Aven Mind Sensor, but just having it always felt good, especially given it's a flash sort of threat that we can bring in. We definitely need to work on having the Honor the Pures and Favorable Winds swapped in numbers because we're running non-flyers that are birds, whereas everything that we're pumping is white except for the Nimble Obstructionist in the board. So that would definitely work well. Rally of Wings. I love Rally of Wings against Cryptic Command. That is awesome. I didn't notice that interaction when I built the deck, but now I notice that interaction and it's fantastic. We didn't really get to see too much of the Watcher of Spheres combo with Squadron Hawk, but that's okay, I guess. We'll hopefully get there next time. But overall, I'm having fun with the deck. The Swoopy Boys are good. It is the season for the Swoopy Boys. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, have fun.